Coming to like a singles event and all you do is hang out with your best friends. Are we too sexy?
I think we're too sexy.
We're too sexy.
We've gotta be.
100%. Like,
I'd probably say 8.
So you think you could get a guy's number right now?
Get your phone number?
Probably not.
Childless and husbandless is actually one of the most powerful things you can be as a woman.
Finds himself a girlfriend, comes back to school. This was like in college. Because I'm like, where did my best friend go? Like, this isn't cool. Like, I'm your girl, what? Feelings for you, but I don't want to break up your relationship.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
Okay, so look, do y'all trust each other?
Yeah.
You trust her?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so look, basically we're going to do a quick loyalty test. Y'all finna switch phone for 60 seconds.
Okay.
Who's my baby? Who's my baby? Who's my baby?
It's her, of course.
Boy, kind of nervous, man. Nah, I'm chilling. All right, so now we finna go through her phone, man.
I thought it was only your phone.
Huh?
I thought it was only your phone.
No. What you mean? Both of y'all got switch phones.
Yeah, my phone
Why you
died.
trying to...
It died.
That's when the truth come out. It comes out a lot of times when they doing a loyalty test on the spot. My man knew. He knew for sure. Your girl's been creeping.
imagine coming to like a singles event and all you do is hang out with your best friends because no one will talk to you. Are we too hot? Peyton, are we too sexy?
I think we're too sexy.
We're too sexy.
We've gotta be.
100%. Like, something's not adding up here. Mm-mm.
No, it's not that. Why do you have your glasses on? Get it. I do get it. It's sunny out. But yeah, I don't look approachable at all. You look like you don't want to be approached. You got the resting, or what do they call it? RBF, right? Resting behind your face. It's stuck on you. And you look like you don't really bother. Like, why would a guy talk to you just for you to reject them? You look like you're about to reject them. You look like you're going to reject the next guy that says hi. Seriously, relax yourself.
If you don't want to come, do not come, you idiot! Please, can we be like LA? Am I breaking out from that private? Shut your little poor beggar up, okay? You know what you want to say! You entitled little get off of my channel. I am sick of you. I hate you, you're stupid. Okay.
Man, I thought she's black for a second. If you don't... Oh, man. It's infectious.
Well, what do you rate your Rizz on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'd probably say 8.
So you think you could get a guy's number right now?
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
I gotta find a guy that's alone. Hey. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Matt.
Matt, I'm Sydney. Nice to meet
Sydney,
you.
nice to meet you.
Can I get your phone number?
Probably not.
Rejected.
Why not? Oh my.
He wasn't hearing it.
What's your biggest flex?
I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but like I'm really pretty. Huh? A lot of people just like want to talk to me. Hey.
Man, she got rejected immediately.
Did you know that being childless and husbandless is actually one of the most powerful things you can be as a woman? Yeah. And I'll say that again because I know it's going to ruffle some feathers. But the feathers need to be ruffled because for all the young women out there, myself included, who felt or have felt or are feeling like they are behind in life because they do not have a husband, they do not have children. Did it ever occur to you, my love, that maybe there are better and bigger things that God is trying to do in your life right now? And maybe he wants you to focus on your relationship with him.
Yeah, I get that, but nothing's wrong with having kids as long as you marry before you carry, right? Because you see some don't have kids and they live lonely lives, right? Chasing the bag and chasing a man who's not chasing the bag. That's what we see continuously. Getting with dirt bags, and then they turn around and they're twiddling their fingers going, what happened with my life? You wasted it. Now, sometimes they have kids and waste their life, but a lot, believe it or not, don't have kids and waste their life. So what you're saying is kind of like an oxymoron, like, really? Because so many are lonely to themselves, taking your advice, right? I would say don't marry before you carry. But what you're saying is off.
That's the man you need to invest into God. Because it's not like I don't ever want a husband and kid. Maybe one day. I was always the woman. I'm telling you, my whole life dream and goal centered around a husband and marriage and children. And, you know, God put it on my heart at the beginning of this year that maybe God has bigger and better for me waiting. And
No. See, but people get confused. God doesn't have anything waiting for you except for you to follow him, right? God doesn't have some magical career like be an actor or a singer like a lot of you think. God wants you to do his work. He could care less about what you want to do, right? Having a kid, it's a great thing. Actually, he would rather that. He would rather you have a kid than be out here living in sin. Now, if you think about what God is really about, you wouldn't be talking like this.
And I don't need the husband and children to get that. Maybe I can do that all by myself.
We do not care.
With God's help. Men are great, you know, like if you find one that treats you well and makes life better, by all means, babe. And if you are married and if you do have children, I hope that you are living in your blessing, in the blessing that you have prayed for, because that's all we ever want. But I am just trying to encourage the young woman watching this video that has just dreamt and hoped and prayed as a little girl until she grew up to have this husband and kids. And babe, there is so much more in life to that. I promise you. And if it's meant to be, it's going to be. Okay? So just chill out. But there's a reason why the rich auntie that has no kids is happy, stress-free, and living her best life. Right, because she has no kids.
Yeah, see, people got confused. And she threw God into it. That's why I got triggered. God doesn't want you banging random dudes living in sin. How about that?
Zone, you're kind of stuck and you can get out. It's really hard to, especially from like a girl perspective. If you friend zone a guy, I almost think it's impossible to go the other way. Let me share a story. I've friend zoned a guy and I've never seen him again. And then I've also been really good friends with the guy and then started dating him. So let me share both stories. For the guy that I friend zoned, we were friends for such a long time and I knew that he liked me. And I told myself, I was like, you know, it's fun hanging out with him. Like, let's see what happens, kind of give it a go. And we were friends for probably 4 or 5 years or something like that. And I think it was like the first year we were friends, he tried to like be with me essentially. And I was like, let's give it a go. So I was like, fine, why not? We went on a date one night. There were these like beautiful Christmas lights everywhere and he never kissed me. Like I was so annoyed. There was like this beautiful spot to kiss me. And I was like inside, I was like, does this guy like me? Like I thought like the day before he was being all flirty and stuff. And then I'm like, what? And we slept in the same bed too at night. And I'm like, what is going on? And he never kissed me. So I was just like, whatever. At that moment in time, onward, I never had that idea of liking him romantically because he kind of like ruined that one moment, that one opportunity. And then I was like, that's it. I know that sounds really stupid, but in my head, I was like, that was the one shot. And it almost felt like being rejected, even though I didn't verbally tell him like, kiss me. It was just like, if you felt it, then you should have just done it, you know? And if you didn't feel it, then maybe it was just meant to be. So that was the one example. And we were friends for like 4 or 5 years. And I basically just told him like, we shouldn't be friends anymore because it's not fair to him because he really likes me. And I didn't want to do that to him. So we are no longer even in contact. But obviously I wish him the best, but it's not fair to either of us. For the guy that I was really good friends with, and then started dating. This was actually all out of jealousy. So, and I'm going to be so honest with you guys. So I was best friends with him. He liked me. I said, listen, no, we are best friends. Like, I don't want to do that. Then over the summertime, he goes and finds himself a girlfriend, comes back to school. This was like in college.
She got jealous. He left and found himself a girlfriend, which was the right thing for him to do because he was in a friend zone. And then you got jealous and probably gave him a shot. I got to hear this.
And starts dating her. I got super jealous and annoyed.
The audacity.
Because I'm like, where did my best friend go? Like, this isn't cool. Like, I'm your girl, what?
Childish, self-centered attitude.
And so then I had to tell him, I'm like, listen, I caught feelings for you, but I don't want to break up your relationship. Turns out he was still in love with me and didn't even like the girl. It was just like a prop. And he ended up dumping her for me.
Wait a minute. It works sometimes. So you telling me that worked? A guy had to play the game and it worked. See, men, don't be in a friend zone. Don't do it. Look what this guy did. He tried it and it worked. He succeeded.
For me. And then we started dating, but then he turned into probably more of an avoidant, I would say, but he started pulling away and he was just like, this is too easy now. He just like gave up on the relationship. So I had to break up with him. And yeah.
He literally broke up with you. He saw the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. What he's been waiting for so long wasn't really worth it. That's wild. And I get him. I probably would have lost interest too.
Okay, just real quick, because I really need help understanding this. Why can a woman not be nice to a man without them thinking that you're interested in them? Like, if you laugh at something they say or just smile, they immediately think you're interested. Why can women not be nice to you and you think, oh, she's a nice person? No, why do you immediately think she's being nice? She must be interested in me. Let me ask for her number or ask her out on a date. Stop doing that. You're making it awkward and you're reading it wrong. I mean, sometimes that may be true, but it's not always true. Sometimes we're just treating you with a little bit of human decency. It doesn't mean we're interested. Stop.
She should just stop. Like, you must have thousands of guys talking to you every day. So you still have men making moves on you and you want them to stop. I don't think she has men talking to her like that. Maybe some guys she was cool with to happen with. Maybe she's in college. Maybe these guys have the courage of the gods. But seriously, we have another one saying, I don't want men talking to me like that. And then wonders why men don't talk to women like that. Because it is right here.
How much should your ideal man make in a year? Right now. What you think would give you a good life?
Oh God, I feel like I'm gonna get judged for this one.
Okay.
Okay, I would say at least 70.
Wow. I'm surprised. I'm shocked she only said 70. There's probably more of a chance you can find a man for you, right? She said 70. That's still a little high. I think the median is around what? Like 50, depending on her age or depending on what age she's looking for. But that's about 20,000 off. Not that bad. Not that bad, but still 70 is a little too high. Guys aren't making that much. Usually the argument is 100, but 70 is still here. At least you're gonna shoot for here. 70 still here. You should be going around here. But really, you want to keep it old school. Keep it real low. And you're gonna get what you want.
So you supposed to be the one that approached the female, and then you gotta pay for her food for an opportunity to continue to pay for her food while she's still talking to other niggas. Yeah, these intrusive thoughts, man. I'm trying.
That's how it is, bro. I don't know how old you are, but it's wild. It's a little bit evil. It's a little sinister, right? I can imagine how he's thinking. The guy that age where you hear a woman shaking her hands. And some are, right? Some are, because they won't even let you taste it. Yes. Some won't even let you taste it. And you have to do it just to see if you can have a shot and hope she's a goody two shoes who doesn't have 10 guys lined up, banging 5 of them. That's the wild thing, because I saw one lady admit it. She did. A guy said, "How many people do you have in your lineup right now?" She said, "I have like 7." No, 8. And then he said, "How many of you are you sleeping with?" She said, "I'm sleeping with like 5 of them or something like that." Like, you're sleeping with 5 dudes and you're talking to 8? What about those other guys? This is the fear. Yes, this is the fear men have. She could be talking to 8 dudes and letting 5 smash. Don't do it.
Question. What is your biggest kink?
Honestly, I just like drowning in spit.
Jesus Christ.
The biggest kink is John and spit. I think a lot of guys can oblige with that.
So you know how collectively all women across the internet have been like, we choose the bear. Okay, so what's the logic? So you choose the bear, okay, over the man being trapped wild, but you're okay with men and women's sports.
Yeah, they choose the bear. Even though a bear will maul them to death, you have to hope the bear is calm. You can't move. Like, you don't understand it, and I'm happy you don't understand it, because it shouldn't be understood. It really shouldn't. Like, me as a man, I don't understand it neither. And it boggles my mind too. But hey, maybe talk to some of womankind and say, "Hey, you're crazy." Let them know. Let them know they're crazy. We need more shouting into the mountaintops.
Do you have any other hobbies?
Hobbies.
The fact that you don't have any other hobbies. I'm a very creative person, I guess. My life is never... Oh my gosh. Because I'm a creative person?
No, you're not. Keep it. Sorry.
He got right to the point.
Would you ever date somebody that your mate's been with?
No,
Why?
because used and abused, I don't touch that.
Used and abused!
Yes. Why would somebody date someone that their mate's been with? You know what happens? You know what can happen? Possibly can happen? He's kissing her, and then a switch pops in his brain. He's imagining his boy smash, ultimately disgusted. Seriously, man don't want to get with somebody that his boy has been with. Ew. I get the ick for that. that's the kind of things guys get the ick for. That right there.
One thing about me is I have no filter, and that's why no guys can like me.
Yeah, see, well, yeah, I bet.
A lot of women between the age of 30 and 45 are very miserable. And I'm saying this as a woman that's about to be 32.
Yeah, she's gonna be miserable herself. She's bound for it. And she knows a lot. She knows a lot of them that are miserable. And they're miserable because they're running in circles, chasing the same guys. That's wild, right? That most of y'all are chasing the same guys and are wondering why you're so miserable. Because it's a never-ending circle you're never going to get out of.
Everyone wants the same guy.
Yes, everyone
wants the same guy, and that's the problem.
Well, and I always say this too, like even as a Christian woman, and Julie's a Christian woman, we still, as Christian women, do not tend to be attracted to the men who are virgins, because the men who are virgins tend to be involuntarily virgins, right?
Everyone wants the same guy. This is the problem. This is why the last woman is right. Between that age bracket, they're miserable because they all want the same guy. Nobody wants the good guy. Nobody wants the guy that's the right man for them. That's what this generation is. This generation is bound for hell. It is. That means if you all want the same guy, you're getting the same guy with the same attitude. That bad attitude. Why? Because you couldn't take the guy that was a virgin. How is he gonna act? Oh, I can't wait to see you on Thursday. What the hell is wrong with you? Why is he so giddy? Why is he so happy about everything? He's not mean enough. right? He's not mean. You want a scary character? Y'all want the worst, and feel like it's the best. The worst for you is the best. That's how it works.
So, worst Christmas present you've ever been given?
The worst Christmas present I've ever given. No, that's a bit touchy.
Do you know what's a touchy subject?
Yes.
Do you remember what you got me for my birthday?
Oh, you're joking. What did I get you for your birthday?
Nothing. Air. Silence.
I'll make up for it next birthday.
You won't.
I will. I'll get you a double whammy.
You know, you made me pay for my own birthday ticket into the zoo as well.
Why? What was wrong with my card?
Nothing. You just stood there. Nothing was wrong with your card.
See, that's what they're like. He's foul. Had no intention to really buy her anything. Doesn't really care. Doesn't want to put in the effort. That's what works. My dream guy. That's how she's smiling with him. You see that? Last thing you ever gave me. This guy's a dirtbag, but I love him. This is the problem.
I have a question for you.
No, thank you.
How do you feel about the LGBTQ community? Do you support them?
I just told you I'm not going to answer your question before you asked it, so I'm not going to answer. It'd be a little bit contradictory of me to answer it regardless of the question, even if it's an obvious answer.
I feel him on that. I feel the same way. I second the motion.
What are your standards?
Very low, but that's probably why I get ghosted all the time. Very low standards. 6'9" is a good one right now.
6'9".
I met a guy who was 6'9", like recently. Me and her.
What do you standards? Very low now. She wants a guy that's 6'9". She wants like 6'9" a rapper, and he has to make this. It's getting tiring. It really is. It's like a broken record nowadays. You hear the same thing. I need a guy that has this height, with this amount of money, that wears these kind of jeans, that doesn't take baths every day. I'm telling you, they'll say that.
What's your body count?
I would say that my body count would probably be maybe like 30s.
It's higher than 100.
More than 100?
Can I get a dab
it's
for that?
Probably higher than 200 as well.
Yeah!
Give her a dab. Yes. I'm not ashamed, to be honest.
Sick.
Like, I think there's a whole culture surrounding, like women have sex hookup culture.
Repeat yours again. You said it's over.
I stopped counting at 254.
She stopped counting at 254. This is sad. This is what guys have to pick through. This is sad.
If a man wanted me to be their girlfriend, with what I know now, and if I wasn't married, I would say all expenses paid. Okay, if you're not going to propose, that's fine. $10 million placed in my account right now. Because if I'm going to be your girlfriend for a year, that's going to really lower my mate value and you're going to build yourself up. So transfer $10 million into my account and I'll think about being your girlfriend for a year. That's how.
Transfer $10 million to your account. Look, men aren't doing that. You're not even worthy. I can see if you were the best looking girl a man has ever seen and you're not. And the best looking girl a man ever seen probably wouldn't even ask for that. That's the wild thing. That's what you find a lot of times. She'll turn around and be the most down to earth, or I could be wrong. She could be the most rotten creature you ever meet. But guys just are not willing to deal with that. Guys are not willing to listen to a woman talking anything about funds. Instant turn off.
How tall are you?
Huh?
How tall are you?
I am 5'1.5".
Dress size?
My dress size, I am a large.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
I was 180. You're already pretty
Now
young.
that is one thing you as a young woman have 100% control over. While you're getting your head together, you need to get in the gym and get fit.
It's true. It's one thing they have control over, but they don't care. High body count. Want a guy that's tall. Everything. You have to fit all of everything I'm looking for. My whole entire criteria. You fit it. I won't fit anything that you want. I won't be fit for you. I won't be friendly. I'll be a jerk off. I'll drive you crazy. Only thing I want to know is, are you man enough to handle me? And no man is man enough to handle that. Because guys realize there's definitely more to life than dealing with a woman like that.